What's up, guys? It's GotDave, and I felt like I needed to make this video just because my favorite camera mounting position on my helmet is the chin mount, and it works very well in my opinion. I like it a lot better than the side mount because you don't see any of the helmet. You know, you don't see like half the helmet in the picture like the whole time that you're filming. But the other day, I was watching a video by this guy, and he seemed like he was a very knowledgeable rider and a very good, very skilled rider. And he was up in Mulholland on the Snake, but his chin mount on his helmet, I kid you not, it basically looked like that. And I was like, dude, I need to make this video. This helmet, the curvature of the mouthpiece was perfect for the curved mount that GoPro supplies, except this vent had to be open in order to smooth the profile out, because when the vent's closed, the bottom edge of the vent pops out and it creates a bump, and I couldn't do it that way. It had to be so the vent's open all the time. But it's alright, like on the cold mornings, the air doesn't seem to bother me. It doesn't really make me too cold. And I usually want that vent open anyway, just because usually my face shield fogs up. You know, like if I stop or whatever, like, so as soon as I start going, I want that vent open so it pushes the air up over the visor. But the thing about this was it had a bump on the bottom part of this. You know, so you could just hit it with your glove, like to open it, and then you push up here to close it. And so I had to space the mount out to get it over that bump. And so to do that, you can see it's 2 layers. And what that second layer is that's actually touching the helmet is 4 pieces that maybe an 1/8 inch wide each, just creating like a border all the way around. And that's what's actually holding it to the helmet. And that spaced it out enough to get it over that plastic bump piece that's underneath there. Then this is my new helmet that I just finished doing the motovlog setup on. This is the AGV Pista Carbon. This mouthpiece, it actually comes to a point. And so what I did is the first layer, it's actually using 4 layers of the sticky stuff. I just bought a roll of this, it's the 3M VHB is what it's called. And you can get genuine 3M VHB adhesive on eBay. And I think this roll was probably like twice this size. Maybe it was like $8-10. And the first layer is what was on the mount. And then the second layer, if you can see, each piece is like, that piece is that wide, and that piece is that wide. And then the third layer, that piece is that wide, and that piece, you know, and then the fourth layer is just like little tiny strips. And so I just built it up with this sticky stuff. And the thing about this 3M adhesive, the 2-sided tape stuff that you use, it turns into like a hard piece of plastic almost. And so like I stuck it on there. I actually put a bunch of foam on the inside of the jaw piece, and I put a C-clamp on there and clamped it just lightly, you know, just light pressure to hold it, and left it overnight. And then in the morning I took the C-clamp off, and that is the result right there. And I just used the J-mount. That's what I actually use on the GoPro mount, but it's just a curved mount, and then I build up the sticky stuff to make it so it's strong. One of the problems that you might find when you do this mount is that the camera, like, it'll stop right about there. It won't angle up enough because your helmet's actually angled down, you know. Don't think that this is 90 and set your camera like that. You gotta remember that when this is on your head, the helmet tips down, and so you need to set your camera like 90 to that, so that you got a good view. And so some of the things that I do, like on this helmet, I couldn't get the angle out of it, and so I will actually grind a nice relief. So when this goes back, it'll clear this arm instead of hitting the corner there, and you'll get a little bit more angle out of it. And then another thing I did is, instead of having round holes right here, I actually ovaled them out in the direction so that if you look at where it is stock, it stops right there. Okay, watch. And then see how much I get out of that? Just by elongating those holes with a little grinder bit, or you could do it with a drill bit. Just be like in the right direction. And you'll go from being like that to being like that. And that's this angle right here all the way back is how I run this helmet. And you guys have already seen the view from it, so I wanted to film a little bit, you know, but just like film stuff that I didn't really care like what I was talking about. If I get back home and the angle of the camera is wrong for the whole video and it looks stupid or whatever, you know, at least it'll be like an experimental run, you know, like I won't waste a good motovlogging run with a camera set up that I haven't tried yet. So that's what I'm doing right now. Those are my suggestions and my tips and different things that I do to set a helmet up, you know. And then like this one here, when I did the microphone, you know what, I'll do that a different video. Ha! Talk to you guys later.